Action cameras are well and truly here to stay. It seems every second person has some kind of action camera these days, since the tiny cameras allow everyone to capture their greatest airs, tricks and most importantly crashes in ultra high definition. However, when the sun goes down, small lenses and even smaller sensors limit low light performance. That's when external lights come into play, and few come with the versatility offered by the Qudos action video light. We've seen a plethora of accessories for the GoPro Hero action camera cropping up over the past few years, including everything from stabilizers right through to flying drones. Surprisingly though, except for scuba specific models, there's been almost nothing in the way of lights. Australian bike gadget manufacturer Knog recently set out to fill that void by releasing its Qudos action light. Primarily aimed at the GoPro market, but equally as effective and completely compatible with not only other action cameras, but also DSLRs or even for independent use on tripods. The Knoq Qudos certainly seems to tick all the right boxes. Packaged in a snazzy tin box, the first thing you'll notice is the satisfyingly solid Qudos action light itself. Further within the package, users receive a single branded micro USB to USB cable used for charging the Qudos battery, some anti-vibration pads, a long and short thumb screw, a dual mount adapter used alongside GoPro cameras, and a tripod mount which ingeniously doubles up as a cold shoe mount for use on DSLR cameras. Weighing in at around 150 grams and measuring 70mm tall, that's just a hair taller than the standard GoPro housing, the Qudos uses a combination of 3 Cree LEDs capable of putting out a total of 400 lumens of light. The outer body is made from a mix of die-cast and CNC machined aluminum and features built-in heat sinks that prevent the unit from overheating. Waterproof to 40 meters, the Qudos is built to survive anything, no matter how extreme. Seriously, it's built like a tank. With a standard GoPro mounting point at the very bottom and wrapped with some neat Qudos branding, the unit is rather plain yet aesthetically professional. The single button located on the entire device sits at the top and switches the unit on or off, as well as changes shooting modes. Talking of shooting modes, several LEDs on the rear panel illuminate, indicating which mode is currently active, along with a fourth LED which indicates when the internal battery is running low. The battery itself is accessed by releasing a rather robust top latch, which frees the rear battery door. A plastic tab can be used to remove the battery completely. The 1000 mAh unit provides enough power for over 4 hours of non-stop use. Before you get excited, that's at the lowest power setting. Crank it up to full 400 lumens of power and you're looking at around 40 minutes of life. A slight concern, but thankfully the removable design means spare batteries can be purchased for longer run times. The Qudos also scores extra for integrating the charging port directly into the battery unit itself, meaning the battery can be charged externally while a second is being used. A rubber seal around the rear door, a strong metal hinge, and a robust latch all work in tandem to create that tough waterproof seal. As for the overall design, I'm pleasantly surprised. A fantastic construction using premium level materials wrapped up in a small and sleek design. A depleted battery can take around 5 to 6 hours to fully charge, so you'll need to plan its use beforehand. Nevertheless, although the Qudos is designed with GoPro aesthetics in mind, it also works well with other action cameras that have conversion mounts. Included within the package, users will find a dual mount for use alongside GoPro cameras. Thumb screws are even included, so users have everything they need in the one package. The light sits up against the lens side of the camera, creating a rather small and pleasing design that's still flexible enough to mount in small spaces. When used away from action cameras, the unique cold shoe adapter provides the ability to attach the light to the top of most standard DSLRs and full-sized video cameras. Furthermore, the Qudos can simply be used as a fill light thanks to the cold shoe adapter which doubles up as a tripod mount. The Qudos has 3 output modes which users toggle between using the single button on the top of the device. Each mode has 2 brightness settings, providing 6 settings in all and accommodating a range of situations. The Action Sports mode uses all 3 LEDs for the brightest 400 lumens of light, although it can be dropped to 225 lumens if need be. This mode throws a wide and bright beam, illuminating the GoPro's full range of view. With little, if any, noticeable flickering and a constant 5000K colour temperature, for its overall size it's probably the best you'll possibly find in a small overall package. The target spot setting uses only the bottom LED and provides a beam more similar to what you would expect from a bike-specific light. For lighting up a rider in front of you or filming a friend, this setting would be ideal, as the bottom LED provides for a spotlight type beam. Finally, the wide ambient mode lacks the intensity to light your surroundings. Using only the top two LEDs, this setting would be used for filming interviews or used pointing towards the rider, as it would limit the dazzling effect of a bright light in the eyes. That said, turning a light towards you in the dark, no matter its brightness, profoundly affects night vision. Nevertheless, the Qudos can still be used in a lit environment as a fill light, and in such scenarios it performs wonderfully well. As stated, battery life runs from a claimed 4 hours at the lowest setting to around 42 minutes at the highest. Given that the latter setting is likely the one that most people will use most of the time, that means you'll have to be selective about what shots you use the light for. You shouldn't plan to just leave it on continuously. Saying that, the 1000 mAh lithium polymer battery can be charged externally via USB and can be swapped out for an optional extra just by popping open the light's sealed rear door. It's obvious a great deal of thought went into the design of the Qudos, as every aspect of the unit functioned impressively well. It's built to take a beating, and would probably survive a crash landing far better than a hero in GoPro's own protective and waterproof housing. The 3 modes available cover most usage scenarios. Don't get me wrong, the light won't pick up everything in distance when shooting in wide open spaces. It's more for shooting people and subjects that are a little closer to the camera. A higher capacity battery would have been desirable for longer shooting times with the highest output setting, which I can see is the most used setting in the first instance, and a faster charge time would have been gratefully received, although thankfully spare batteries are available and easy to swap out. Priced at around the $75 mark in the US, around £55 in the UK, the Qudos performs impressively well when used in the right setting. It's robust, well built, versatile when it comes to mounting as well as shooting modes, and above all else it functioned particularly well throughout testing, so it's easy to recommend.